welcome to another video, guys. This one's gonna be a really good one because I will tell you all the secret tips and tricks you could be using in order to actually maximize the odds of you getting your hands on some really amazing gear. We all know getting amazing gear in Raid is not the easiest thing in the world to do, so if you follow all of these tips, this is gonna give you a lot of extra chances of actually doing so, because in this one, I'll do my best to tell you how you should actually approach selling gear and how you should actually approach re-rolling gear in Raid Shadow Legends. If you find the video helpful and think I've earned your subscription, a like and subscribe would really be awesome. Don't forget you can catch me live each Tuesday and Thursday, live on YouTube stream, where I do my best to give you guys free account takeovers, and I help as many of you as I can with champion builds, picking the right teams for the right content, Clan Boss, Hydra, Chimera, all of that stuff, so you guys can be progressing much faster and easier in Raid. Speaking of progressing faster in Raid, don't forget you can start a new account with my amazing download link, which is gonna give you 4 insane champions right out the get-go, and you're also gonna have 24 hours to use the promo code section to get your hands on an extra legendary champion like that, which is honestly amazing. But now, let's get into the video. Okay, so in this video, I will do my best to explain how you can actually get your hands on even more great pieces of gear, so you can actually have a shot at equipping your chances with the most amazing pieces you actually have. But obviously, it does involve making room in your inventory by selling gear. Selling your stuff in Raid definitely is not fun, but let me show you what I'm talking about here. Like right now, for instance, I do need to sell some bunch of gear, and as you see right now, we have some 5-star items in here. I myself really don't care about 5-star crit pieces, not too much about this 6-star piece either. Like if it doesn't have speed, it's not really an item for me for the most part. So out of these, this one I actually can't hold on to, but we will come back to it. Right now I don't really need a 5-star anything glove basically, especially out of the Fury set. This mythical piece actually could have some potential. I'll still give it a shot, see if it actually rolls a little bit on that speed area, but it definitely rolled very poorly on the reds. This mythical regen set piece I might actually hold on to for some obscure situations. This speed boot for my account does not make too much sense anymore, even though it does have crit rate on it, so it does have some potential. I'd still probably just be better off without it. This helmet, however, does have some really nice potential, and we're gonna explain really soon about what I'm talking about. I also have a bunch of relentless pieces here. I actually did manage to snipe myself off the 5-star new fusion champion, so that's pretty awesome. This boot from a relentless set, if it doesn't have speed, I don't think it's really a boot for me, even though it does have some amazing crit rate double roll already, so this actually could end up being a decent piece for some HP based nuker, but for me that doesn't make that much sense. Accuracy banner with a speed roll, that is gonna be amazing. HP flat glove with red speed, God knows I'm gonna hold on to this piece, guys, and I don't care what some of you guys might think, this is potentially an amazing piece. Like if this thing rolls a couple of speed, this would be one of the fastest gloves on my account, so definitely very worth holding on to this piece. This one also no questions asked. I don't think anybody would debate that this piece is actually having amazing potential for me, but it's still actually not a keep on the account, guys. We still don't know if we're gonna hold on to that or not. This mythical head I will be selling off. There's no speed on this, so it doesn't really make too much sense for me. It is a relentless piece, but for what this thing could be, let's say a bunch of crit rate and whatnot, it could turn out pretty great, but I will not be holding on to this myself. This, on the other hand, a red attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, this definitely might actually end up being a piece for some decent damage dealer, even though it's not from an actual ignore defense set or something like that. This could actually be a one piece for somebody, just to stitch the build together with a lot of crit rate, with a lot of crit damage and attack percent. This might be amazing for some attack based nuker, so I will actually hold on to that one. Let's see what this 5-star savage piece looks like. Crit rate, speed, and attack percent. This actually might end up being good. Okay, I had a lot of gear left over here for me to actually see through here and explain my thought process, but now we still don't know if we're keeping these pieces, guys. Make no mistake, just because they have good stats on them, we're gonna hold on to them. We start actually rolling these puppies. If you're very low on silver, what you could do is just roll up to 4 and see how things are going, but I myself always just straight up roll them to 8 and then decide what we're gonna be doing. And once you're in this screen, you basically look at this piece and ask yourself, if this rolls, what will I do with it? Like for instance, if this rolls double speed, obviously insta keep. If this rolls double crit rate, again, pretty much a keep. But if this thing rolls Resistance plus HP percent, I mean, it's not that amazing anymore, guys. At least not for what this exact set piece is. This is from crit damage, so you should only be keeping amazing crit damage pieces, depending on where you are in the game. I myself, personally, am finding crit rate damage set not that useful nowadays, but yeah, you get the picture. Let's see it at 8. And we see it rolled speed plus HP percent. Personally, this is a little bit on the mediocre side, but for me, I do believe I will hold on to this piece. If I was swimming in a little bit more silver, I could also even roll it up to 12, see what that happens, but if I roll something to 12, at that point I'm a little bit too invested nowadays, for me at least. For endgame accounts, you can definitely 12 and then decide if it's a keep, because God knows if this thing rolls a resistance, it is gonna be a very mediocre piece at that point, but if it rolls speed or crit rate or heck even HP percent, it would actually be a fine piece for some HP based nuker. It's not going to be your best HP-based nuker, but a couple of pieces from crit damage is not the worst thing you can put on some of your Faction Wars epic champions and whatnot, so there's that too. Moving down to this piece, the only thing this piece for me could be is a triple speed roll or above. Like, if this thing rolls triple speed, it would be an amazing piece for some support champion. Not the best support champion, because it's from a whatever set, but if it does indeed actually roll a couple of speed, I will hold on to these. Alas, it did no such thing. It also didn't even roll double on the red, and if it was from a good set, I might have actually reworked it with the help of mythical ores, but for a whatever set like the Frenzy, this is an absolute sell. I know it looks a little bit wasteful, but silver is not that hard to get, guys. Yeah, it's not easy to get either, but getting good pieces, that's the really hard part. For instance, right now, this resistance regen set could actually end up being pretty decent if it rolls a couple of more on this defense percent, but if it doesn't, it's probably gonna be a sell for me. It did no such thing, it rolled double crit damage, so alas, it did have potential, now it has sell potential. Is that even a word? Definitely not the way I said it isn't. Moving now to this immunity piece, let's see what this looks like. We're gonna roll it up to 8. If it rolls a couple of speed, I'd say it's fine. If it doesn't, I'd say it's a bye-bye. Let's see these mythicals. God knows I've been hoarding a lot of mythicals when I wasn't supposed to, but look at this, double speed. God knows I'm holding on to this, guys. This is actually going to be pretty amazing. Even though all of the other stats are absolutely god-awful, some champions literally just care about nothing but the speed thing, and a lot of those champions care nothing but speed and accuracy, so why would I not keep this thing, guys? Yeah, the next roll could actually roll something else, but at this point, this is actually a pretty decent piece for my account, at least. It's really gonna come down to everybody's account, depending on what level you are in the game, but for me, this is definitely a keeper. Anyway, I'm gonna take a look at the others later. Let's move down to this Savage piece. See what that do. Again, crit rate, speed, or attack. Sadly, it rolled HP flat, and this is pretty mediocre for a 5-star piece, so this only had a shot at being a keep for me if it rolled perfectly into double crit rate, double speed, crit rate, attack, speed, basically anything but the HP, and it already went sideways, so it's not worth investing more into this one. Okay, so neither of these pieces were really worth rolling with ore, if we gotta be completely honest. The sets that are really worth rolling with ore would be things like Merciless, Supersonic, Stone Skin, Protection, Feral, that kind of stuff, you know? So let's actually try and visualize something like this with the Merciless set. Look at this piece. It's not amazing, guys. This is not an amazing piece right now whatsoever. But what I like to do is, especially if I have myself a little bit of extra ores on my hands, I would still actually roll this up to 8 and see if some of these substats actually roll twice on something. So yeah, let's see that and see how that go. And it did indeed roll double attack. Wow, 1 shot, 1 kill. So now this piece actually has potential, guys. Now this piece has potential, because once I roll it, this thing could end up being double speed, double crit rate, double crit damage, something along those lines. Or even still double attack percent, but with actual good stats around it. Because right now, this is absolutely god-awful. This actually rolled in the best possible way for this piece, but now I will actually use ore on it and see what happens with this piece. Is it going to be a keeper or is it going to be a sell? Let's see what that do. And there you have it. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. But we gave it all chances it could have had, and it actually flopped. But this is still worth it, guys. 1 time out of 5, you are actually gonna get yourself a good piece from the really good sets, and this is gonna be very worth it, I do believe. And a lot of the pros I'm talking with also do believe this, so I really think a lot of people should be investing their ores the right way. Let's see this piece right now. If this thing rolls double crit rate, maybe it's actually good as is, but if it rolls something else double, then we actually are gonna be using another piece of ore, and then decide what we're going to be doing. Alas, it rolled once crit, once attack. Not the bestest piece for me, not at this point at least. As you can see, I'm actually rolling in a lot of merciless pieces already, and honestly, I should probably be selling a lot of these. But you're probably noticing all of my pieces, or at least most of them, are actually at least rolled to 8. You really should be rolling your gear to actually see if you actually have gear, because you might just hold on to a bunch of unrolled gear and think, oh wow, look at this amazing piece, and you think this is gonna be amazing on a damage dealer or whatever, and then you end up rolling it and it blasts a couple of flat attack or a couple of resist or some shit like that, and yeah, it's absolutely garbage at that point. So yeah, let's actually see if this rolls double speed or crit damage, because if it doesn't, it might need a little bit of loving. It rolled single speed, so honestly I will check this on 12 and see what that do. And now it's honestly absolutely garbage, guys. Now it's actually a sell for me, sadly. It looked kind of good, but it's actually only a 5-star too, so definitely shouldn't have even brought it to 12 if we gotta be completely honest. But if it rolled a second speed here, I think it would have been a keep for my account at least. So yeah, the big takeaway here, guys, is if you have good pieces of gear like Feral, Slayer, Merciless, Supersonic, Pinpoint, Instinct is awesome, Bolster is actually pretty great, Lethal, basically any set that you're really happy about, this is what you should be doing with those guys. You should be actually rolling them up to 8 and then decide if that's gonna be a keep, if that's gonna be a reroll, if that's gonna be a sell. But definitely do not think you have gear when you haven't rolled it at least up to 8. Like here, I've rolled this to 8. It's not the bestest of gear, but for a merciless set, crit rate, speed, why wouldn't we take these things? This one, we rolled it twice, double speed. Actually pretty decent for somebody. And so on and so forth. This honestly is a sell, but I rolled it up to 12 already, so it did save itself a little bit of speed. But if we gotta be completely honest, I definitely did not want to be rolling this up to 12. And another thing, you don't want to be using ore on your rare pieces at all, no matter how good they are. They're just rare pieces, guys. Like, surely you can get something better than that. The same can be said for your accessories, by the way. With accessories, again, you actually want to be rolling these pieces a little to see if they're worth your time or not. This defense ring, for instance, for me, yeah, if it rolls triple defenses, it'd be great, but it actually has flat attack and attack percent on a defense ring. Like, if I have a defense ring, I'd like to see HP percent next to it as well, and I'd like to roll a bunch of defense percent. So this I'm not even gonna roll because it's just a basic bitch ring. If this was from any other good set like Protection, Merciless, Feral, that kind of stuff, God knows I would be rolling it. But from the normal accessories, it's a sell all day, any day. So yeah, let me just go through my new accessories and walk you through what I do when I actually get myself a bunch of new accessories. And here we have a pretty good banner. I would be rolling this thing up because it has speed on it. If a banner doesn't have speed, it's already pretty horrible for the most part, especially if it's from the normal banners. For most accounts, that would be an instant sell. But here, if this thing starts rolling a little bit of speed, I'd say it actually could be worth it. It actually rolled double attack here, guys. It actually makes a little bit of sense, even though it's on an accuracy with double attack, but there are some nukers that actually could end up being important like this. Let's see how it goes on 12, speed or attack, and it would be a keep, and it ended up actually being quite the decent banner, so this I would hold on to. Let's see the next one. It's a mythical, but look at this. The mythical is actually on HP, it's an attack banner, and it doesn't even have attack percent, so it's already pretty mediocre, but if it rolls a couple of speed up to 8, I'd say it would be a keep. If it doesn't, it probably is gonna be a sell. And it didn't, but I wonder if it's actually worth going up to 12 just for the sake of seeing if it rolls a little bit of extra speed. Rolling up to 12 is actually kind of expensive. Rolling up to 8 is basically free. Like, it costs you about 50, 60 silver, whereas the 12, it starts costing in the hundreds, like 200, 300, sometimes even more. I will give this a shot to 12, even though it really doesn't deserve it, guys. But let's see it. Okay, and now it's an absolute sell. So, yeah, we gave it all the chances it deserved, even a little bit more than the chances it deserved, but alas, it was a straight-up sell at the end. This ring, it's a flat attack ring. It doesn't have attack percent, so that is an instant sell. I don't even need to roll this one. If it was from another set, maybe I could consider rolling it using an aura on it, but like this, it was actually pretty crap-o. This one, mythical, HP flat. But look at this, there's no HP percent at the bottom. The defense is in the red, so if this actually rolls defense once, I might consider it, but it already started rolling into the wrong side, so it's just gonna be a sell for me. Here's a nice little attack flat ring. If this thing rolls attack percent, we could hold on to it, at least one attack percent. At last it started rolling in the wrong side, so again, I would not really hold on to this much like attack flat, but it rolls defense. What is a champion that's gonna be very happy about using this thing? I myself cannot think of one. Technically there are, by the way, there are a few champions here and there that scale off two things at the same time, but it's probably not from High Elves now, is it? This one, again, does not have HP percent in here, so straight up sell down. Here's a nice little 6-star accuracy banner. If this thing rolls a speed or two, that would be absolutely amazing, but if it rolls flat attack, it would be an absolute sell. Flat defense, that is. It started rolling in the speed. Let's see if it saves itself on 12. It did. Now, this is actually a pretty valid banner for my account, and I will be holding on to it, and I'll be happy about it. Here's a nice little HP flat ring. It does have HP percent, it has defense percent, so that's everything I am looking for in an HP-based ring. So now what we're looking for is HP percent or defense percent, preferably double HP percent would be best. Double defense flat, that is a straight-up sell down. So yeah, I think you guys get the picture. For normal gear, you just straight up sell it like this. If it was from the better sets, right now I don't have examples of those I can show you. It would be potentially worth using ore on, but for the most part, I think you got the picture. And this way you're gonna get your hands on a lot more good gear actually, guys. So yeah, this way you're gonna get a lot of extra chances of actually finding yourself bigger, better gear. And also you're gonna be able to make a lot more room with ease, so you actually have room for more bigger, better gear. So yeah, these are all the advanced tips I have for you guys, for now at least, on how you should be addressing your gear and how to be getting yourself extra shots at getting bigger, better gear faster and more often. Do let me know in the comments if you have extra tips on this subject, and I might do a follow-up video about all of the extra things you could be doing. Don't forget you can check me out live each Tuesday and Thursday, where I do my best to help as many of you for free with free account takeovers. And don't forget you can download Raid the right way using my promo download link that gives you 4 amazing champions as soon as you start. Thanks for watching. I'm Crystal5, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.